chosen ones. What I'm about to reveal might astonish you, perhaps even take your breath away. If you're watching this video right now, it's no coincidence. You've been guided here, not by chance, but because something extraordinary is about to take shape in your life. You're standing at the edge of a monumental shift, ready to experience the unimaginable. Prepare yourself, because the prayers you've whispered, the hopes you've clung to, and the dreams you've nurtured are about to materialize in ways far beyond what you could have envisioned. This is not just a simple change in mindset. It's a divine transformation destined to redefine your reality entirely. As one of the chosen, you're about to witness life aligning in breathtaking, awe-inspiring ways. But here's the key. To fully embrace this transformation, you need to understand the process, align with its energy, and ready yourself to receive the blessings that are coming your way. Before we delve into this life-altering message, I invite you to take a moment and do 3 things. Click the like button, subscribe to help us reach our goal of 5,000 subscribers, and leave a comment with the number 99. This number is more than a gesture. It's a powerful signal sent to the universe, amplifying the energy we're creating together. And here's the truth. If you're truly a chosen one, you'll feel compelled to stay with this message until the very end. Deep within, your spirit already knows this message was meant for you. But if you're not ready to receive it, you may find yourself unable to continue. For those who stay, know this. Your life is about to transform in ways you've only dreamed of. Now, let's begin this journey together. The term chosen ones often feels like something out of myth or legend, a tale whispered through the ages. But what if I told you this isn't just a story? What if the chosen ones aren't born with their titles, but are instead made? They are shaped, refined, and transformed through trials that most people don't even realize exist. These tests aren't physical. You can't measure them with tools or see them with your eyes. They are spiritual, emotional, and mental. Some of the most profound and challenging experiences a human being can endure. Few encounter these trials, and even fewer emerge on the other side. Life, as we know it, is a test. But not all tests are created equal. There are levels to this journey, layers of difficulty that intensify as you go deeper. The chosen ones are those who confront these challenges, not because they seek them out, but because they are called to face them. It's a pull so strong, so unrelenting, that ignoring it is simply not an option. There's no glamour here, no prestige, only the knowledge that these trials are necessary. These challenges will take you to your limits. They'll make you question everything you thought you knew about yourself, your purpose, and the world around you. But if you endure, if you refuse to give up, you will emerge transformed. The journey of the chosen ones begins with the first and perhaps the hardest test, facing the truth of who you really are. We spend our lives building up an identity, a mask we wear to navigate the world. We tie ourselves to jobs, relationships, material possessions, and the roles we play. But the first test tears all of that away. It forces you to confront yourself as you truly are, stripped of pretense and illusion. It's in that raw, unfiltered moment that the real journey begins. This moment is one of the most terrifying things a person can face, like standing on the edge of an endless abyss. Who are you when the world stops telling you who to be? Who are you when every label, role, and identity you've clung to is stripped away? For many, this first test is unbearable. They retreat, running back to the comfortable illusions they've built their lives around. But the chosen ones, those destined for something greater, do not retreat. They face the abyss head-on, staring into their own reflection, and ask the question most people are too afraid to confront. Who am I, really? Have you ever asked yourself that? not in passing, but as a deep, unrelenting inquiry that refuses to let go until you uncover the truth? This is the first step toward transformation. The second test is even harder, the test of isolation. In a world filled with constant noise, social media, work deadlines, endless notifications, family, friends, true silence feels foreign, even unbearable. But to pass this test, you must embrace it. You must willingly choose to be alone, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. You must sit in the silence and confront the thoughts you've been avoiding, the fears you've been suppressing, the desires you've been denying. And in that silence, something remarkable happens. A voice begins to rise, a voice that has always been there, patiently waiting for you to listen. It's your inner voice, your authentic self, calling out to you through the chaos. Can you hear it? Most people fear silence because they're terrified of what they might discover. But the chosen ones welcome it. They understand that in silence lies the truth they've been searching for all along. The hardest tests in life are not those that push your physical limits, but those that challenge the very essence of your soul. Do you have what it takes to answer the call? The third test may be the most challenging of all, the test of letting go. In life, we cling to so much: grudges, expectations, past hurts. We carry the weight of these burdens on our shoulders, and they hold us back, draining our energy and dimming our potential. To overcome this test, you must be willing to let it all go, to release your grip on outcomes, relationships, and material things. Letting go doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you release the need to control. It's about trusting that what's meant for you will find its way, and what isn't will fade away. This act of release is not a sign of weakness, but one of profound strength. Yet, letting go isn't a one-time event. It's a process, a daily practice of surrender. Life has a way of challenging you just when you think you've mastered it. When something threatens to pull you back into attachment, you must ask yourself, am I willing to let this go? How much can I release to reclaim my peace and freedom? If you've conquered the first three tests, you've already begun a journey of transformation. But don't expect the road ahead to be easier. It only becomes more demanding. The fourth test is one that has broken even the strongest of spirits: the dark night of the soul. This is where everything you thought you knew, every belief you held dear, is torn apart. It's as if the universe itself is asking, can you endure the deepest darkness without losing your inner light? During the dark night of the soul, you're thrust into a profound internal crisis. The world as you know it begins to crumble. Relationships falter, careers unravel, your sense of purpose feels lost. All you're left with are unanswered questions. Why is this happening? What did I do to deserve this? Will I ever find my way out of this darkness? Here's the truth. The dark night of the soul is not a punishment. It's a process of purification. It's an essential step in your spiritual evolution. This darkness isn't here to destroy you. It's here to remove everything that isn't truly you. In the midst of your darkest moments, your deepest light is waiting to emerge. But this light only shines if you endure. Most people, when faced with this challenge, crumble under the weight of despair. They give up and allow themselves to be consumed by the darkness. But chosen ones are different. They don't lose hope. They don't surrender to despair. They recognize that the darkness is temporary, a season, not a lifetime. Even when the path ahead is obscured, they keep moving forward. They trust that light awaits at the end of the tunnel, even if they can't see it yet. Now, let me ask you, how do you react when everything falls apart? Do you panic? Do you frantically try to hold on to the pieces of your life that are slipping away? clinging to the familiar even as it crumbles? Or do you allow those pieces to fall, trusting that what's meant to stay will remain and what's meant to go will leave? This is the fifth test, the test of faith. Not faith in a strictly religious sense, but faith in yourself, in the universe, and in life itself. When you find yourself in the dark night of the soul, you must believe that this darkness is not your end. It's part of a greater plan. Even if you can't see the plan yet, faith asks you to trust in its existence. And this isn't easy. This test demands that you believe in something intangible, something you can't prove or see. Faith means trusting the unseen. It means believing that every challenge, every hardship has a purpose, even when that purpose is hidden from you. Faith doesn't deny the pain, it embraces it. It's not about pretending everything is okay or ignoring the struggle. Faith is about staring your pain in the face, feeling every ounce of it, and still choosing to believe that it's part of something greater. It's the unwavering trust that the universe isn't against you. It's shaping you, even in the midst of chaos. Faith is understanding that no matter how shattered life may seem, it's all leading you to a version of yourself that's more authentic, more aligned, and more powerful than ever before. When you're in the dark night of the soul, your faith isn't just tested once, it's tested repeatedly. It feels like an unrelenting storm, pushing you to the edge, tempting you to let go of hope, to give in to despair, to believe that the darkness is all there ever will be. But the chosen ones, they endure. They hold tightly to their faith, even when it feels like there's nothing left to grasp. They keep pressing forward, step by painful step, even when the journey seems to plunge them further into the void. So, let me ask you this. How deep is your faith? Can you hold on to it when the world around you feels like it's crumbling? Can you trust in the unseen, in the mysteries of the unknown, even when the path ahead is shrouded in shadows? There comes a moment after you've battled through the dark for what feels like an eternity, when you find yourself standing at the edge of something vast and unknown, a precipice. This is where the sixth test begins, the test of surrender. If you've reached this point, you've already shown remarkable strength. You've proven your resilience, your ability to endure unimaginable pain and face the uncertainty of the unknown. But here's the paradox. This test isn't about how strong you are, it's about letting go. Surrender is the ultimate challenge, perhaps the hardest test of all. We, as humans, are wired to crave control. We plan, organize, and strategize, trying to shape our lives, relationships, and futures to fit our expectations and desires. Yet life rarely conforms to our plans. More often than not, it veers off course, leading us to places we never imagined, sometimes through heartbreak, sometimes to unexpected joy, and often into mystery. The test of surrender is about releasing the grip of control and trusting in the larger forces at play. It's about aligning with the flow of life, accepting its twists and turns, and believing that even in the chaos, there's a divine order guiding us. Can you trust in that? Can you let go of the need to control and embrace the unknown? The chosen ones are those who understand that control is just an illusion. They recognize there's a greater intelligence at play, a force far beyond the limited understanding of the human mind. They're willing to surrender to this force, to release their need to control outcomes. But surrender doesn't mean giving up. It doesn't mean you stop caring or striving. It means you stop resisting. It's about ceasing the fight against the flow of life and instead allowing yourself to be carried by it. Picture yourself swimming in a river. If you try to swim against the current, you'll tire quickly and make no progress. But if you let go and surrender to the flow, The river will carry you where you need to go effortlessly. That's what it means to surrender to life. In this journey, you may be called to let go of more than just your plans. You may need to release your identity, your ego, even the very concept of who you think you are. You might be asked to surrender your desires, attachments, and even your dreams. This type of surrender isn't instant. It's a process, one that requires deep trust. Trust in life, trust in yourself, and trust in the greater plan unfolding, even when you can't see it clearly. Think about this. How much of your life do you spend trying to control things? How often do you resist what is, wishing things were different? What if you stopped resisting? What if you released the need to control every outcome and simply trusted that whatever happens is exactly what was meant to be? The test of surrender isn't about weakness. It's about strength. It's about the strength to let go. It's about courage, the courage to trust the unknown. Most people will never pass this test because surrender feels like loss, like giving up. But the chosen ones understand that surrender isn't the end, it's the beginning. It's the moment you step into the flow of life, stop struggling, and start allowing life to guide you. Surrendering to life doesn't mean giving up your power. On the contrary, it means aligning yourself with a force far greater than anything you could ever control. It's about tapping into the universe's infinite intelligence, the kind that knows exactly what you need, exactly when you need it. But to access that power, you must first let go of the illusion that you are in control. Let me ask you, can you surrender? Can you release the need to control every part of your life? Can you trust that life is unfolding exactly as it should, even when you can't see the bigger picture? This is the test that separates the chosen ones from the rest. It's the test that asks you to loosen your grip on the wheel and allow life to take the lead. Here's the paradox. When you surrender, when you stop trying to control, you gain control. But it's not the kind of control you think. It's not about manipulating outcomes or forcing things to go your way. It's about being in harmony with life, being in alignment with the flow of the universe. When you're in that state of surrender, everything falls into place effortlessly, and you find yourself exactly where you need to be at the perfect moment. But surrender requires trust. It demands faith. It asks you to step into the unknown, into life's mystery, without needing all the answers. Can you do that? Can you trust that you'll be guided and supported, even when the path ahead isn't clear? This is the test of surrender, and for the chosen ones, it's one of the final trials they must face. Only those who can truly let go, who can truly surrender to life's flow, will pass this test. And those who do will discover that life has far more waiting for them than they could have ever imagined. If you've made it this far, if you've passed the test of surrender, then you're already among the few who have overcome the hardest challenges. But there's one final test ahead, and it's the most profound one of all: the test of awakening. The moment when you finally understand your true purpose, when you see the ultimate truth that has been guiding you all along. The final test isn't about endurance, it's about awakening. It's not about what you can do, but about what you can perceive. This is the moment when the veil is lifted, allowing you to see both the world and yourself as they truly are. It's the moment of clarity when you awaken to your purpose, when you understand why you faced the trials, endured the pain, the darkness, and the uncertainty. The chosen ones aren't chosen because they're inherently special. They are chosen because they chose to awaken. They chose to face the truth, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it shatters everything they've ever believed. And the truth they awaken to is this: you are not separate from life. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are life itself, expressing through your unique form and journey. The final test is all about realizing that every struggle, every challenge, was designed to bring you closer to this truth. They were meant to strip away the illusions, the false identities, and the ego-driven desires so you could see the deeper reality beneath it all. And that reality is simple. You are here for a reason. You are here because life itself wanted to experience itself through you. Your purpose isn't something you need to search for. It's something you're already living in every moment of every day. The final test asks you to wake up to this truth. You are not separate from the universe. You are an integral part of it. When you awaken to this, everything changes. You no longer feel the need to control because you realize life is already unfolding perfectly. You no longer feel the need to search for your purpose because you understand that your purpose is simply to exist, to experience, and to express life in the way that feels truest to you. This awakening isn't the end of the journey, it's just the beginning of a new chapter. Once you've passed the final test, you are no longer confined by the limits of your mind, the grip of your ego, or the chains of fear. You are free, free to live with purpose, meaning, and joy, free to create, love, and explore without the burden of doubt or fear holding you back. This is the gift of the final test, the reward for enduring the toughest trials that only the chosen ones face. So, I ask you now, are you ready to awaken? Are you prepared to uncover the truth about who you really are and why you're here? The journey is no walk in the park. The tests are grueling. But if you can push through them, if you can withstand the darkness, the uncertainty, and the pain, you'll discover that what awaits you on the other side is far beyond anything you've ever imagined. This is the path of the chosen ones. It's not a path for the weak. It's a path for those brave enough to confront the hardest tests, endure the toughest challenges, and emerge on the other side transformed, awakened, and free. So now, the question is, are you one of the chosen ones?